Hi everyone, I'm Nurhan Bkhit and today I will explain about physiology of nutrient absorption on behalf of Group 2. Let's talk about basic principle of gastrointestinal absorption. The circular folds villi and microvilli increase the mucosal absorptive area by nearly 1000 folds. The circular folds increase the surface area of the absorptive mucosa by about 3-fold. Likewise, villi project about 1 mm from the surface of the mucosa increase the absorptive area by an additional 10 folds. Lastly, microvilli that are about 1 micrometer long cover the villi surface increasing the surface area exposed to the intestinal contents by at least one additional 20 folds. First, we divide the nutrients to the main parts: protein, fats, carbohydrates, minerals, and vitamins. I will begin with protein. Why do we need protein? All animals require amino acids, which are the building blocks of the protein required for optimal growth, reproduction, lactation, and maintenance. There are two types of protein: microbial protein and dietary protein, which is split into degradable intake protein and undegradable intake protein. After digestion of protein into amino acid and polypeptides, it moves into the small intestine for absorption. Absorption depends on whether it is an individual amino acid or if it's di or tripeptide, but both are achieved by facilitated diffusion. Individual amino acids are absorbed by sodium-dependent cotransporter. ATPase pump on basolateral side moves sodium out of the cell into blood, creating an electrochemical gradient for sodium from lumen to diffuse into the cell, which draws amino acid with it. While di and tripeptides are absorbed by an hydrogen ion-dependent cotransporter use hydrogen-sodium exchange. Then we will talk about fat absorption. Lipid metabolism is the synthesis and degradation of lipids in the cell involving the breakdown or storage of fat for energy and the synthesis of structural and functional lipids. The majority of lipids found in the human body from ingesting food and triglyceride and cholesterol. Other types of lipids found in the body are fatty acids and membrane lipids. The liver has a central role in controlling various aspects of lipid metabolism. The liver produces bile, components of which are required for efficient intestinal fat absorption, plus biliary secretion of cholesterol. Absorption of fat occurs only in small intestine. Once the triglycerides are broken down into individual fatty acids and glycerol, along with cholesterol, they are aggregated into structure called micelles. Fatty acids and monoglycerides leave the micelles and diffuse across the membrane to enter the intestinal epithelial cells. In the systole of the epithelial cells, fatty acids and monoglycerides are recombined back into triglycerides. In the systole of epithelial cells, triglycerides and cholesterol are packaged into bigger particles called chylomicrons, which are amphipathic structure that transport digested lipid. Chylomicron will travel through bloodstream to enter adipose tissue and other tissue in the body. Then we will talk about carbohydrates. Glucose and galactose enter epithelial cells through sodium secondary active transport across the epithelial membrane. Glucose can also enter by facilitated diffusion. Fructose also can enter by facilitated diffusion. Exit occurs through the basolateral membrane by facilitated diffusion, transports, and diffuse by capillaries. Now we will talk about mineral absorption. Most minerals have a major role in metabolic function of different body organ systems as calcium, magnesium, iron, and other minerals. They also serve other functions. Sources of minerals are mostly dietary as green forage, cereal grains, and legumes, that's for herbivores, and meat, liver, and fish, that's for carnivorous animals. But there are some minerals are recirculate in the body and are used again, like heme or iron after erythrocyte degeneration is reused through bone marrow and excess stored in the liver. Absorption rate differs between minerals according to the intestinal part during that function. Like magnesium is absorbed mainly through ileum, iron and copper is absorbed mainly through duodenum, and body needs elements only, like 10% of iron, 15 to 35% of zinc is absorbed due to endogenous hepatic recirculation. There are a couple of mechanisms for mineral absorption. Number one, active transcellular transport, which could be ATPase mediated as calcium absorption in the duodenum or carrier protein mediated as magnesium in ileum, and zinc and selenium mediated with amino acid absorption. Passive diffusion transport, which is number two, from higher concentration in the lumen to low blood concentration, occur mostly in inorganic minerals as iodine and other minerals in their ionic form as calcium, magnesium, ferrous from iron, zinc, and selenium. Last, we will talk about vitamins. Vitamins are a group of complex organic compounds present in the minute amount in natural foodstuffs that are essential to normal metabolism and lack of which the diet causes deficiency disease. They are required in minute amounts by the body. We will classify vitamins into two major parts: water-soluble vitamins and fat-soluble vitamins. Water-soluble vitamins like thiamine, biotin, riboflavin, vitamin B, folic acid, vitamin C, which is ascorbic acid, and other group fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, K. We will take fast comparison between both of them, like fat soluble in fats and organic solvents, require fat and bile for digestion and absorption, excretion of fat soluble vitamins through feces, stored in the body in fat deposit and liver. An overdose of fat soluble vitamins can lead to toxicity, and it composed only carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. While water-soluble vitamins like vitamin C and vitamin B are soluble in water, easily absorbed in intestine, excreted through urine, not storage in body except vitamin B12, and usually not cause any toxicity, and it composed of nitrogen, sulfur, and cobalt. And here some reference link, and thank you.